Hello, Leo. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your mini bonus reading. So what we're taking a look at here today is your person and what are they thinking, what are they feeling, what's in their heart space for you at this point in time. General reading as always. It won't resonate with every single person. Please do take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. I'll include a link to the decks featured here, which I believe are mine. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what presents itself here. And of course, cross watchers are certainly welcome. So Leo, starting off with these two decks here, the Real Talk with Him and Real Talk with Her decks. Let's take a look and see where your person is at. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? So if you're watching for a masculine, let's go ahead and see where they're at. I'm guided to this one. Second impressions are just as important as first ones. Don't be afraid to show me the real you, unfiltered, uncensored. Okay, so this is where your masculine is at. They don't want you to filter yourself or censor yourself in any way. Just be who you are. Just be real with them is what they're wanting. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with a message from her. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. All right, so let's go ahead and see where the feminine is at. I'm guided to this one. Be careful what you touch. You might get burned. Okay, so this could have also been for some of you that you got burned in past relationships. You got yourself in a connection or in a situation that you know wasn't good for you. And if this is an indication of, for some of you guys, a fairly new relationship, you're just getting to know somebody, especially my feminines, it's very important for you to just be real with your masculine. And as it says, unfiltered and uncensored is what they are looking for. And, you know, you might have experienced past relationships where they had you on the defensive and you didn't feel comfortable enough to be open and vulnerable with that individual. But with this masculine, that's exactly what it is that they're looking for. You know, as it says, second impressions are just as important as first ones. All right, so let's add to this, Leo. I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please. So when it comes to the person that you're watching this reading for, what else do we need to know? And for some of my feminines, you know, this could also be an indication of infidelities in partnerships and just getting yourself entangled with people that might not have been the best choice for you. We've got complicated, okay? You and I, we're a complex duo. This love story hasn't been easy. Ups, downs, challenges, obstacles to overcome. But you and I together, we can get through it all. And this is an indication here, if you are in a complicated situation with someone, whether you're masculine, whether you are feminine, as long as you guys work together, then you can overcome whatever those complications are. We do have caged. You're not imprisoned or trapped unless you allow yourself to be. Open the door and walk out. And maybe, my feminines, that's exactly what you needed to do. That you've gained wisdom as a result of a past experience where you felt trapped, you weren't happy, you were imprisoned, or at least that feeling like you were trapped, and you needed to get out. You know, you needed to get out of that situation. Let's see what else. So that could represent past energies for some of you. That you were in a very complicated relationship and you got out of it. And if you're moving forward, connecting for a new relationship for the masculine here. So if you're feminine, watching for this masculine, they just need you to be real. Just open and honest. We do have sight. sometimes we don't see what we need to see until after it's gone. And what I get for some of you is the person that got you involved in a complicated situation where, as more and more time passed, it just was not good for you. There could have been infidelities there, is what I'm getting, or third-party situations. And they failed to see the value that you brought to the connection. So this could have some regrets tied into it. That they lost out on being with you, perhaps, because they didn't appreciate you for what you were bringing to the table at the time that you guys were connected. And if they were just messing around and interacting with other people while they were with you, while they were in a connection with you, that just complicated matters even more. But it could have also caused you to detach yourself and to walk out. Which is why my feminines are coming through with this message. Be careful what you touch. You might get burned. So you came through with this message because more than likely you know what it's like to get burned. You know what it's like to get hurt. Which could also be an indication of why this is coming through. Bitterness. When someone else lives happily ever after with the one you love. So all in hindsight, right? For the person, for those of you that relate to this, of course, somebody wasted time. Somebody could not see what they had when they had it. And so when that person decided to move on and found their happily ever after, this person has a whole lot of regrets. Could be a masculine here. They've got regrets because they lost out. They lost the one that they love. We do have fitness goals. Kissing burns 6.4 calories per minute. Want to work out. So those intimate moments, something as special as the very first kiss you guys might have shared. And if you are the one that moved on, Leo, whether you're masculine or feminine, you moved on, you're happy with your life at this point, and maybe there's someone here from your past that's bitter because they lost you, because they were messing around, they were playing around, possibly just looking for the physical connection with other people. So I'm not surprised why these cards are coming through in this way, because look at the next card. We've got deception. When the smoke clears, the truth will be revealed. So what I get here for some of you is your person had to face the truth of their actions. They didn't see it at the time until you walked out, until you detached. And what did that do? It created this. This apocalypse is a tower moment. The tower will fall when you ignore the red flags every time without fail. But I'm also getting for some of you that this person created their own red flags, and therefore you decided to get out, So what I'm also feeling for my feminines is you could have gotten yourself out of that very complicated situation. Yes. And so now you're ready for new love. You're ready to move forward, and maybe you have. So just be mindful of how you conduct yourself in future connections, especially if you are feminine, ready to move on to another relationship. We have a masculine here that really just finds it really important for you to be your real authentic self. That is what's coming through here. All right, so let's grab some tarot here. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. If you're new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners. The majority of the cards, they do have upright and reversed meanings. So it makes it super simple to learn. Of course, it includes all of the usual tarot messages, but I've also added new oracle messages and new court cards. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and see what else you need to know here. We've got the Baron of Water, which is one of the new court cards representing Divine Masculine. And then we have the Death card here. So we've got Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio coming through here twice. Okay, so something needed to come to an end, basically, in order for a new beginning to come in. having to let go of unhealthy attachments to people. That's what that Death card is representing. And for some of you, this Baron of Water could represent a new masculine that you're seeing or talking to at this point in time. You know, going back to this first card, second impressions are just as important as first ones. And this Baron of Water perhaps is very impressed with the very first time you guys had met and are really into you, my feminines. So the Baron of Water is someone who is meticulous. They've got very sharp instincts. They tend to definitely spread happiness. This is somebody who walks into a room and they're good company. You'll enjoy spending time with this person. They're cheerful. They're a lot of fun to be with. So if that's the total opposite of who this complicated person is that you dealt with in the past, it's time to close the door to that cycle in your life and perhaps welcoming in this transformation where you can find true happiness with this individual. Let's see what else. We've got the Ten of Swords, but this was coming up in the reverse, so that's how I'm going to read it. For some of you guys, maybe your person could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So as I've mentioned, this one was coming up in the reverse. So something is regenerating here, okay? This is being able to rise above the problems, which is good because things are complicated. That is what's presenting itself here, a very complicated situation. So if you guys actually put in the effort together, then you can rise above whatever these issues and problems are to bring it back to life, learning from what did not work before, because this is about learning from the past as well. You know, because in the upright, it represents a relationship that fell apart. It represents a very painful ending between two people. So even though you had to end something, it could have still been very painful, but you're in recovery mode. You're actually overcoming that, which is good. Let's see what else. And so now you're looking ahead, which is good. And this Wands is your own fire energy, Leo. You're looking ahead. You're ready to make plans for the future, better plans ahead. For those of you wanting to move in a different direction and find love elsewhere, you're happy with where things are at or where they will ultimately go. This could also represent long distance romance for some of you. But things are moving and progressing, which is fantastic. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab a message here from my Heart Space Oracle. So the person that you are thinking about for this reading, Leo, whether you're masculine or feminine, let's take a look and see what else they want to tell you at this point. Some final messages from the person that you're thinking about. Look at that. Speaks for itself, right? They miss you. They know that they messed up. They know that they messed up because they were deceptive. But this could also be your response. It's like, look, all is said and done. There's nothing left to talk about. The tower came down. You're ready to move forward. You're planning for a better future. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, guys. Giving you some things to think about in the meantime. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. That's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.